I'm drowning, drowning in the sea of love. Listen to me. Baby, I depended on you for our love navigation. And now you're gone and deserted. Can't you see that I'm in desperation? I'm in the middle of a bad love story. Ooh, yeah, I just ain't ready for it. I look around, all I can see is water coming over me. I've been down two times, but right now I'm kind of worried. And I'm drowning in the sea of love. All I do is cry. All I do is walk around and cry. But right now I'm drowning in the sea of love. I've been down one time, and I've been down two times, but I can't control myself. I'm drowning, baby, I'm drowning in the sea of love.
Anti-Afro Spengalis. The song that you just heard is an excellent description of the demonic elements out there, how they view their targets. They wanted so badly to be in their mix, or they perceived their targets to have something that they wanted, and they worked their hardest to be able to get it, whether it's clout, whether it's something tangible, whatever it is. And clout, I'm not real crazy about that word, but we know what it means. They want to be relevant based on the accomplishments of other people. Be relevant based on what you've done. But that's very obvious. They haven't done anything that would warrant people to take notice. Hey, what you're doing is pretty cool. No, they depend on others in order to stay relevant, and that's changeable. They'll go with another person for, let me see if I can get something out of this person. Okay, let me see. Okay, everybody seems to know who this person is, and I'm going to be rocking with this person. Let me see how this goes. Okay, am I getting any play off this? Okay, I'm in the chat. I'm doing comments. I'm agreeing with them. Yeah, I'm laughing. Is this going to get me clout? Let me see, how long should I hang around? Oh, no, I'm not getting enough clout. Let me go to the next person. That's what they do. They don't have any talents or anything interesting that they can bring except for agreeing with someone who is relevant, and they think it's going to rub off on them. It doesn't work out that way. And here is the peril of trying to rock with someone based on their reputation. People who do this, who are insatiable, you can't quench their thirst of trying to feel relevant. They don't give a damn who they go with. One day they're here on this side, the next day they're here on this side, running around, jumping on platforms of people who are restricted, who are under legal constraint and criminal investigation. You're only going to get yourself caught up in a situation. People who are under court order not to speak about people, and then you bring the person up on the platform, you're only going to be put at risk for being part of a lawsuit. So all these fools out here putting Demon Moore up on their panel, I say let them. I say let them, because Demon Moore is not paying anybody's legal fees. And for the record, I have to say this, the comments that I'm making are not directed towards the official King of Pain, because I don't know him like that. I just saw a couple of his live streams, so I can't make an assessment as to whether my sentiments in this video would apply to him. So I'm not referring to him. I wanted to make sure everybody knows that wherever Let Me See Your Handcuffs goes, I will be letting the host in the chat know who she is. Doesn't make any difference to me that Let Me See Your Handcuffs tries to call me a stalker. My name is not located in any documents for having made false CPS reports or false police reports. Kimberley Chandler's name is in those reports, which I have seen, and those receipts will be rolled out. You don't tell us when to put receipts out. Let Me See Your Handcuffs. We'll put the receipts out when we want to. You don't run anything. We want you to keep incriminating yourself like you always do. That's what you do. That's what you do best. Lie on people and incriminate yourself. Have you found anybody's parent to harass lately? Have you called any jails or prisons lately harassing anybody? Have you been making any false CPS reports lately? Have you been lying to the cops on people? Have you been doing? That's what you do. Let me see your handcuffs. And if somebody decides they want to rock with this 5-ton demon, they do so at their own peril. They can never say a warning is non-existent. You have been warned. This is a person who should not, under any circumstances, be in possession of a teaching credential. It is a criminal offense to make a false CPS report and to make a false police report. So if people are lying, or let me see your handcuffs, let's see her lawsuit against the Child Protection Agency and the police departments, who very much so were concerned enough to encourage breaking the culture of silence to report that ass and take her to court and get criminal charges. Well, sometimes the wheels of justice do move slower than we expect because there are incidents going on out there. There are people who have elevated beyond this. These demons are here at this level now. Who's to say where they will go? So this is a reason why you don't let demons run rampant. You expose them for who they are so their behavior doesn't escalate. As for demon more, that's false bravado. I'm not even paying attention to that. Bottom line is, don't say a warning was non-existent when these folks find themselves looking at a court order. When these folks find themselves wrapped up in a federal case. Now, let's make this clear. All federal cases are not the same. Let's distinguish. You have to first convince a judge that you have met the standard to move a case that you have filed a complaint on through the court system. As far as the case, the ridiculous case filed against me, Gerald, Anti-Fraud Warriors, and about 16 other people, as it relates to us, me, Gerald, Anti-Fraud Warriors, where's the standard? The restraining order was denied. Here you go, people. The judge had made it very clear. No threats of violence on my part. It doesn't matter what somebody's trying to claim with respect to violence, whether I have hired somebody allegedly to do something, whether I have encouraged it, whether I have stated it, whether I have supported it by applauding it. You don't have any evidence, even remotely related to any of those concepts. That's why the restraining order was denied. And the judge says it right here. She cannot enjoin an audience. She can't issue orders on an audience listening on YouTube. Do you get that, folks? But that's not what the lawsuit that Larry Reid filed is about. If you are accusing me of something and I say it's defaming my character, if I say it's slanderous, I have a right to demand in a court of law that you prove what you're saying about me is true. And Demon Moore didn't do that. Demon Moore was so confident, right? As he is running up on these boards, acting the rank fool. Where was that confidence when it came down to the federal lawsuit that was filed? He agreed to a mediation, and the mediation is an order not to discuss, not to post video on Larry Reid and others. It's irrelevant that he's not listening. He's appearing to act all tough. The false bravado means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. I'm not wasting my time doing videos on Demon Moore. Let me see your handcuffs. Better know everyone will be told about you. We are going to be filing on Let Me See Your Handcuffs with other agencies. And as I've always stated, you can file any public servant. But the only problem with Let Me See Your Handcuffs, she lies. She lies whenever she opens her mouth and speaks about people and thinks she's going to get some glory off of this, and people coming out saying, guess what? I believe the accusers. It doesn't matter how sympathetic someone might want to put an alleged accuser. It's irrelevant. That accuser or those accusers need to be put to the test by the law, or they are not victims. You're not victims. You're not victim just because you're telling someone something happened. You in your mind can say that all day long, but legally you don't have a right to call yourself a victim of Larry Reid. You didn't prove anything. And if you keep saying that with these allegations that are slanderous, you will be subjected to the law, just like Demon Moore was. But interesting how these people are ducking and running, and you have these people coming out saying, I now believe the accusers, and you know what that means. What I was trying to do most recently didn't work. The clout I was trying to get off the folks that I was trying to get clout off of, the demon dependency didn't work. So now I'm moving on to the Larry Reid. I'm going to accuse Larry Reid sector. Good. You can't sue everybody, but you can sue some people. You can be selective about who you sue, and that will take care of the situation. I hope Larry Reid sues the shit out of these nasty demons running around here thinking they're going to build a YouTube career off of false accusations. None of these idiots have any business opening their mouths about any sort of issues with respect to injustice in our community. They should be ashamed of themselves ever complaining about George Floyd's murder. Why in the hell would you care about George Floyd being murdered when you're so quick to level and believe accusations against others with no evidence? Again, evidence is a legal standard. Evidence is not something that somebody gets on a YouTube platform and starts cursing at people and yelling at people and telling people this is the truth. No, it's not the truth. You need information, evidence that is tested by the legal system. We are a nation of laws. Evidence is put to the test in the court system. Don't indulge this crap. There are people simply jumping on the bandwagon because they want to be known for having addressed this issue based on who is being accused. But try to hold these people accountable and say you're going to call their job for sexually harassing you. Watch how they respond. They go off the deep end. And here's the other thing that I find is hypocritical. These demons are so rabid in their homophobia. They have so much hatred towards people of the LGBTQIA community, but they're up here in their chat rooms. Why? Because they know they have a solid, rich audience. Bottom line is, who gives a damn? Nobody should give a damn, but these demons are the main ones that will sit up here and go about this homophobic bullshit, but they're the first to drop on these platforms. And they're the first to sit here and say, well, I'll go ahead and believe the accusers, but then they still try to go hang out on the LGBTQIA welcoming platforms. That just shows you that they're insatiable and they're desperate. They don't care where they go. Just like that Dempsey, D. Durrell, scamming ass, Dempsey Spears, Medicare defrauder. Homophobic as hell, a therapist, right? And try to kiss CTV's ass. So many of them, they just wanted to have the attention and the numbers. Wasn't so easy, was it? No. So he got out of Dodge because he saw the legal situation going on. Still trying to get out of Dodge. No, you can't escape the slander that you already spewed on other people. You put it out there. So I hope Larry Reid hits the right targets. Again, you can't get everybody, but you can get the right ones. Get the ones who are hosting this demonic bullshit. And the minute you say anything about these people who are hosting this shit, watch how they act. They cannot even handle a rumor that somebody was going to call their job. But they can get up here on a platform. They can run clearly unsubstantiated claims, aka false allegations. It is a false allegation until you prove it in a court of law. Alleged my ass. This is a money-making scheme. This is a way people are trying to find a way to make themselves relevant. Come up with another story. Somebody stole a car. Please do something else. Quit bringing up the same-sex bullshit. This is the topic that they want to focus on due to their own sexual repression. Put me on the map. Get me out there. Just get me talking about it. Look at me. Listen to me. But hold their feet to the fire on anything and see how they respond. Again, I hope it happens. I hope they all put these platforms up here, and I hope all their asses get brought into court. The specific ones that need to be brought to court. These smart asses who think they built themselves up. They work to provide a home and a living that's comfortable for themselves and their families. You cannot do that without these demons converging and trying to destroy your life because they can't be part of what you have. People, be on the lookout. There is more to come, including we're dropping some documents on these demons who love to claim they didn't do things. How are you claiming you didn't do something when it's captured on audio? How are you claiming you're not doing something when you're up there holding signs telling people where to go? How are you not doing something with your freaking voice on the live stream? How are you not doing something, Kimberley Chandler? You got kicked off that equal opportunity anti-racial discrimination board. How are you not kicked off when the owner herself was speaking the truth about how much of a problem you were causing while she was trying to advocate for the rights of George Floyd? These are the kind of people who want to run around and support these false allegations, and their asses should be up in court. Quit dodging, breaking the culture of silence's lawsuit. If you have all the guts in the world, why aren't you facing this lawsuit? Why aren't you answering? Why aren't you allowing yourself to be served? Why are you hiding? You're hiding. She's hiding. She's probably doing every single course virtually online so she can avoid stepping foot outside so they won't serve her. That's what she's probably doing. But eventually she will be served and she will have to answer to the things that she did. Meanwhile, you better believe it. We know the other spaces that she's in. Give her time to tell more lies so we can capture the screenshots. We will be doing that as well. Don't let others get you caught up in a situation where you can be placed in the position of being their scapegoat, their flunky, and their punching bag. Trust you me, they're on the prowl for victims. Their vacant, putrid souls never sleep. You know the drill. Buyer beware.